Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I thought we would try some brand new products from Benefit Cosmetics. We've got the new pressed highlights, the Glow La La pressed highlights. We have two new shades of their Benefit lip tint product, and I previously featured the one shade of the Hoola creamy bronzer, and I have a second one to share with you. So if you're curious to see all these products in action, then just keep watching. I figured we would start off with the lip tint so you can kind of see how the color fades as I'm doing the rest of my makeup. So they launched a dark cherry shade and a raspberry shade. Now I know dark cherry was very trendy for a while, like that cherry cola makeup look. That was probably last year. And then we have this new raspberry one. So I will swatch them both for you. I mean, it's a typical packaging. So we will start the dark cherry one. I will show you what it looks like on the back of my hand. Pretty much exactly what you would expect, like a red tinted brown, if you will. And then the raspberry one, which I'm leaning towards trying today just based off of my outfit, which is that one, which I generally don't do berry colors on my lips, but I feel like I want to try this one today. So let's give it a try. The bottom always stains darker than the top because for some reason my lower lip gets drier. But you can tell that they are drying, and this is the color left behind. And if I were to blot it right now, that is the color that's left behind. That is the stain. And that is the stain color. Okay, so product one is on the lips. It's not my ideal shade for sure. We can neutralize it a bit with a gloss. Next, I thought we would try the bronzer. I'd previously tried this one, which is in the original shade. They also sent me the medium bronzing balm shade. So as before, same box, and this is the inside packaging. My original one came like slightly broken and loosened from the container. So let's see what the medium shade looks like after transit. Much better. As you can see, my original one kind of came loose. The mirror was a mess. This is what they should look like when they arrive, not all crumbled and like released from the packaging, intact. For reference, original and medium. Original and medium. Medium is a lot warmer. And just as with before, we will use the little Benefit brush that came with it. I will start off with the original to show you which shade I used previously, and it was a really good shade for me. And I believe there is a shade lighter. I think there is a light. This is the original, and then the medium. Okay, so the original has like more of a neutral undertone. This one has more of a yellow undertone, if you will. And I feel like both are passable. I feel like I took this a little too far forward and too far down. But once that's remedied, the shade looks nice. So original, medium for reference, and I will apply a little bit more so you can see exactly what the undertone of this color is. You can see a little bit more yellow. I wouldn't say orange, yellow undertones versus more neutral. Original and medium. Okay, so the bronzer is a little bit evened out. So now I figured we would try the Glow La La product. These are the Velvet Gleam Illuminators, the Velvet Gleam Highlighters. And there are 4 shades, just like there were with their cream highlights. And they are named exactly the same. The shades are on the tops of the boxes. So we have Aurora, Rhea, Luna, and Nova. And it tells you specifically which ones are meant for which skin tones. So I will share that with you as we go along. Okay, so we'll start off with the lightest one. This is Aurora, and it is the fair light pink one. It says, sweep this velvety powder effortlessly onto cheeks for a light reflecting, gleaming finish. So Aurora, well, first of all, the packaging is beautiful. It's like a soft matte touch, ombre from like a pinky purple to like a peach. Kind of reminds me of like sorbet, like the raspberry sorbet and orange sorbet kind of swirled together. This is what Aurora looks like, and to note, there are no mirrors, but they are quite bright. So you can see a very intense metallic reflect, and I would say it's like a cool tone icy pink. The second is Raya, which is described as fair light. This one looks like it definitely has more golden undertones, or champagne, if you will. And again, intensely reflective. And this one is more of like a slightly goldy champagne pearl. Number 3 is Luna, which is described as a light medium. And again, you can just see there's just a little bit more color to this one than the previous, and we're getting much more into the world of gold. Gold and even a hint of peach there. And then the last one I have to share is Nova, which is medium tan. I believe there was still one or two more shades deeper, but these are the only ones that were sent to me because of my skin tone. This one is definitely more bronzy, if you will. Like that would not be a highlight for me, but that is beautiful. All right, so we will go lightest to deepest and just show you kind of what they look like on my skin tone. So starting off with Aurora, and I'm just going to use a fan brush. And then moving on to Raya, I'll show you what it does with a more packed brush. This is the Milani All Over Blending Brush. So I feel like this one is almost a little too light for me. I feel like this one's probably like an ideal shade. And then moving on to this is the brand they sell at Target. Why am I drawing a blank on their brushes and bags? It'll come to me. But this is a brush brand they sell at Target. And we're going into Luna, which is the light medium. I'm just gonna brush it right here. I feel like I can get away with that one too. Let me try this one over the first. I feel like I can get away with the third shade also. And then finally, Nova, which I know is not going to be my shade, so I'm going to actually put it into the bronzery area up here. You can see it right there. Definitely adds some glow to the bronzer, if you will. Like it would be a gorgeous highlight on the right skin tone, but on me I can make it like a glowy bronzer topper, if you will. So I honestly think that Aurora was too light for me, so the lightest one is too light. I would say that Raya and Luna are like ideal for highlighting, and then Nova is a gorgeous like bronzer topper, if you will. So here are the tints. As you can see, it definitely dries down to like burnished red, if you will, and then almost like a light fuchsia. You can see it on my lips. It's a bit more intense on the lips than it is on the back of the hand. The 2 shades of bronzer, and then the 4 shades of the Glow La La pressed highlights. So there you have it, new products from Benefit. Probably the next new Benefit video that I film will be their holiday launches, which is always very exciting and usually comes out in like September, early October, so stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know if you've tried any of these new products and what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear your comments down below. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.